Oh, darling. How are you? How are you, darling? I want to thank you for being here this afternoon. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, darling, and I don't take that for granted. Darling, come on in. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Unless, of course, you're into that type of thing. Oh, darling. Be a doll, would you? Hit the like button on the way in, would you, darling? We have a doozy of a show for you here today. Share the video, like the video, and by Joe, subscribe to the channel. Why have you not joined the Goddis Gang? I'm not understanding, darling. Come to death row, darling. Let me get my comment pinned here. Now, for you ladies, if you want to just tap into today's makeup look, okay? Just tap into today's look. And if you are feeling the look, just note that we did this makeup look today on the Patreon. It's patreon.com/SIXGODDIS. That should be there in the description box for you. So we did this look in the Patreon today. We had a real good discussion in there. And, you know, that's what we do on the Patreon. I share no gatekeeping. I share all my beauty tips, my products, how I do my hair, how I do my makeup. You know, I get ready for my live streams on there. And why is this not showing up? I get my, let me see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pin this comment. Here we go. I wasn't understanding why this is not. All right. Okay, I got it pinned now. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, snap, honey, not you spoiling me. Shout out to Miss Destiny Posey. Thank you, Destiny. She says, so excited. My first time catching you live. Looking forward to joining the Patreoners on the 1st. One love, sis. Thank you, sis. I look forward to you joining the Patreoners as well. We have a good time. We sometimes I'll post random stuff that we'll be looking at and we'll be talking about on there. And like, for example, tonight is movie night. So tonight we're not really a movie, more so TV show. But we're watching Indian Matchmaker season 2. Indian Matchmaker is one of my favorite shows, okay, because it drops so many gems about what we need. We get to look at other women's mistakes. It's very important as a woman to study womanhood globally. You don't want to just be aware of what womanhood is in your circle. You really want to see what is womanhood in totality around the world. It helps you put things into perspective, figure out what's a problem, what's not a problem. So tonight we got movie night, 8:00. Me and the Patreoners, we gonna be in there. So ladies, make sure you got your popcorn, your snacks, whatever it is, because we lit tonight for movie night. So y'all, please join the Patreon. I don't understand why you would not be in the Patreon. Like, if you're tired of being ugly and angry, come to death row. Join the winning team. We're winning in the Patreon. Okay, we're winning. So join in. We do meetups once a month. Like, we have a really good time. It's a really good place for you to fellowship with like-minded women, and get support and stuff like that. So y'all join the Patreoners. Ty said she coming to movie night. Honey, period. Jay Renee, shout out to the Patreon. Shout out Ty Patreoners. Jay Renee, I hope you come to movie night tonight, ma'am. Okay. Y'all need to come to movie night. We have so much fun and we be learning so much. You know what else I've learned? I've learned that there is no way to cheat fruits and vegetables in your diet. Okay. If you're like me, I don't particularly enjoy eating cold food. So I used to really struggle with consuming organic raw fruits and vegetables because ideally they should be consumed raw to be as effective. So I had to come to a compromise. And I'm like, okay, I don't particularly enjoy, eating them. And then it was like, oh my God, I can drink them. Okay. So then the issue with drinking them comes to you having to do all that work yourself, going to buy the produce, buy the juicer, do the juicing, and then the cleanup in itself. God help us all. So Alpha Juice came through with a solution like, okay, if y'all ain't finna do all that, we'll do it for you. And then Alpha Juice delivers organic, fresh, cold pressed juices to your door. And it comes in a box, and inside the box, like a silver football. Okay. And in the silver football is your juices, cold, fresh, ready to go. I put some in the fridge, some in the freezer for later. They even have baby size, kid size ones now, which I drank all my son's ones. Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed drinking out the small bottle. And though they were supposed to be for him, I drank them. And I feel terrible. But I was excited. I'm like, ooh, baby sizes. So God forgive me for that. Mom of the year for that, right? But the point is, they have the smaller size for the kids. They have sample packs, over 40 flavors. You can mix and match. You can custom make flavors. They have a subscription. Okay. And you have to understand this is important, because what you put into your body affects your weight, your skin, your mood, your digestion. Okay. So consuming these organic raw juices help keep your body pH bound, alkalinize your body, helps remove mucus, detox your body. Okay. So it's very important we stay on top of our health. We're going to even do you one better and save you $5 by using my code SIXGOD, darling. So y'all type in the Alpha Juice. There's so many people that try Alpha Juice and they come to me and they like, oh, Alpha Juice is good for real. And I'm like, y'all was asleep. Y'all thought I was just drinking this and it's nasty? Okay, I don't promote nothing that's nasty. I got to try it first. I got to make sure it's good, honey. You ain't got to worry about me promoting nothing that ain't giving what it's supposed to be. And that's on period. Okay. So today's episode, we're going to be discussing, I don't know why this is doing this. Anyway, but people be like, oh my God, they be like, oh my God, them apple juice is really good. I be like, I don't understand how y'all thought they was not good. Like, y'all think I'm over here drinking something the whole stream that's nasty? Absolutely not. So we've kind of had a conversation like this before, and these talking points that I have really have taken off. I think I've seen more people kind of have the epiphany along with me. I remember when I first did this video a little over a year ago, everyone was kind of like, oh my God, what are you talking about? That's not true, this, that, and the third. And it's just been more and more instances that further show us that this theory I had is 100% absolutely true. Okay. Now, I don't want some of you fellas to see this title and feel attacked. I know a lot of brothers read the title and was writing me messages like, I disagree. I love my child regardless. And then third, shut up. Shut up. No one asked you that. That wasn't the point here. I don't care about none of that. Okay, so fellas, I'm gonna ask y'all, don't come in here, just over here. You see the title and you feel attacked and you coming and telling me it's not true. Just sit back, relax, let me cook. I'm going to explain what's going on here, and I'm going to explain to y'all why this is a thing. Okay, when people say certain things, it's not for you to get offended. It's like certain things are what they are. Okay. Men treating their child based upon how they feel about their mother is actually divine order. It ain't nothing for you to feel guilty about or feel a way about. Okay. But we're going to go back into this topic in detail because it needs to be explained, because I see so many women where, their desire is more so to have a baby than to have a family. Okay. There is a huge difference between having a baby and having a family. When a woman has a baby, that means that she is pregnant, whether it be on purpose or whether it be by accident, and she has decided to take on that role in motherhood on her own. Having a family is when a man and a woman come together and intentionally decide that they're going to put their DNA together, reproduce. They commit to each other prior to conception of the child. Okay, that's having a family. That man come before your family, his family, before the world, and on his honor, on his word, declares in front of them that I am making this woman my wife. I am dedicating my life to her until the day I die. I am putting her under my name, under my covering. I want the community, I want my family to hold me accountable. This is what marriage really is. It's when the man come forward, when the man declares, this is my wife, and he make that declaration amongst both sides of the family, this is my wife on me. Okay. After that happens, and then you have a baby, that is creating a child after being committed first. Okay. That is called having a family. That is called starting a family. Let me preface this conversation by saying this. Valuable men of honor. I'm going to use certain words here, and they're going to be for a reason. So pay attention to the specific words I'm using. Men of honor and integrity are not okay with their children not being under their roof. When you see a guy who sleeps perfectly well at night, having his kids in other households, not being under the same roof, not losing no sleep, even over someone else, raising his children, that is the number one red flag sign of a man who does not value himself and a man who is lacking in his masculinity. It is masculine men are territorial. Okay. It is very unnecessary for a man. Very unlikely for a man in his true masculinity to just be like, oh yeah, that's a baby mama. You know what I'm saying? I got her pregnant, but I ain't want to be with her though. Okay. It doesn't work like that. If you ever see a man that gets a woman pregnant and he's like, yeah, she having my baby, but I don't want to be with her. That is the number one sign of a man with no integrity, and a man that is failing heavily in his masculinity. Any man worth two pennies rubbed together will always want to be under the same household as their children, period. I know men right now suffering to this day in relationships that they're not happy in. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hold on. What do we have here? Oh, my darling. What do we have here? Oh, my darling. Oh, my. Hold on, my darling. Oh, snap, darling. Oh, it said for you look amazing. Oh, you better stop. You know, I ain't gonna stop. You better stop. I mean, over here blushing. I ain't doing that. Oh my God. You better stop doing that. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my. You got me over here blushing. Oh my goodness, darling. What do you got going on? I'm feeling all warm inside, darling. Am I? Ain't going to say who that was from. Wow. Okay, darling. Am I? Oh, darling. Forgot what I was saying, darling. What was I saying? Oh, darling. Where was I, darling? I just got all discombobulated, darling. What was I saying? I forgot, darling. Suddenly it's gotten warm in here. What was I saying, darling? What was I saying, darling? Oh, that's what I was saying. Oh, darling. I'm all beside myself. Now. I'm blushing a little bit. Oh, my darling. Oh, my. What was I saying? I forgot. I think I was saying, what was I saying? What I was saying, y'all? Oh, that's what I was saying. I know men right now that are suffering in relationships. I'm talking about suffering, miserable, but they won't leave because they refuse to not be under the roof with their children. I mean, that happens. And when I say suffering, not saying that they being super mistreated and beat on or so weird like that, but they're not really happy in the relationship, but they know damn well, listen, I don't give a damn how unhappy I am. I'm not finna leave here and have another man moving here with my kids in the building. It's just not healthy, okay? Masculine men will never leave you. I'm going to keep it real with you. Masculine men don't leave. That's why I tell ladies, like, if your constant experience is men leaving you and ghosting you and breaking up with you, You have to look at the level of masculinity that you're dealing with. Masculine men, as long as they still have their respect in their space, they don't leave. Masculine men do not build and create homes and families just to put all that work in to leave. I heard somebody say one day that healthy men do not sabotage what they build. Facts. Once a healthy masculine man puts his stamp on his household, his woman, his children, it is highly unlikely that he will abandon that. That's why I tell you, ladies, if a man ever leaves you, if a man ever look at you and say, it's over, I'm done with you, don't ever go back under any circumstance. If a man ever leaves you, don't ever let him come back. When a man can look at you and not care who territory you become, when he can abandon his territory with you, honey, don't do it. Okay. You know, a man leaving a woman is totally different than a woman leaving a man. Okay. We have two different instincts and it means two different things. Thank you so much for this super chat. Devoted 7 says facts. This is big facts. Okay. Girl says, I think a man will leave if he's disrespected or if the woman is a thought cheater. Yeah. Now, the woman is thought cheating, of course. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, as long as they still have respect in that space, most men are just not going to leave. They're designed that way for a reason. They're designed to be territorial. They're designed to have the desire to want to protect their name and their spaces. They're designed that way for a reason. Okay. Brittany says, I'm 24 and I've noticed that this is facts. This is facts. You know what I'm saying? And the younger you learn this, the better, you little sister. I'm glad that you are paying attention, little sister, and realizing these truths. You know what I'm saying? Because it is the truth. Now, we have so many of examples of this in real life, in Hollywood, or whatever. All right, now let me say this before we read this article and get into the story. I want to make it perfectly clear that I know that there are men who do not have the best relationship with the mother of their child, but they are still good fathers. And again, I put good fathers in quotation mark because, we've really been lied to present day. And I really think it's very unbecoming for men to openly admit on the internet that their women were able to dismiss them. You know what I'm saying? And this is an issue for so many reasons. The going lie is that women chose wick checks over their men. And it's very unbecoming for men to blame women for why they're not in the household with their children. When I see men going around saying that, I just kind of sit back and kind of scratch my neck because I'm like cringing to myself because I'm like, my brother, there's a reason why you don't hear any other race of men on this planet getting on the internet talk about our women chose wick checks over us. Okay. You really say a lot about yourself as a man when you sit and say that a woman kicked you out of the household. It just, how? And it's a lie, number one, because they dropped coke and made white women legal in the 70s and 80s and then threw a bunch of guns in our neighborhoods and sat back and was like, ha, ha, ha. And they had the women strung out on it. They had the men going to jail for selling it and sometimes vice versa. It was just a mess. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are keeping it more real. A lot of our fathers, if you're a millennial like me, a lot of our fathers was on some sex, drugs, and rock and roll lifestyle in them 70s, 80s, even early 90s. A lot of them, their last concern, a lot of things had happened. They watched their fathers be there, work hard, no matter what. A lot of them men was like, F that, I'm not trying to do that. A lot of them was gone. They was partying, doing what they wanted to do. This is when the, body liberation, open sexuality movement came in. And a lot of them, their last concern was being a father to somebody. Okay. So if the man is already gone and you have to make ends meet and the government says, here go a Section 8 voucher and a WIC check. Of course, the woman is taking it because the man's not there. You'll never see a man be there providing, doing what he's supposed to do. Y'all make it seem like niggas was there in majority and the women were like, get out. We want the WIC check instead. No, sir, you were already gone. You were already gone. And what they did is said, here go this WIC check. He can't come back. Okay. So we got to stop. Women can never kick a man out of man household. Can you imagine if white women came forward and said, we're kicking all our men out the house? They would kill everybody. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it's a thing, you know? So we have to stop with the whole thing of women kick men out the house. Stop it. It's a big old lie. It's not the way it normally goes. All right. Now, the reason why I put the term good father in quotation marks is because traditionally, part of being a good father is loving and respecting your child's mom. Okay. A woman can be unconscious. A woman can literally be in a coma and give birth. A woman does not have to consent to intercourse with a man to produce a child. A woman does not have to be willing. She does not have to be in the mood. She doesn't have to be any of that. A woman can literally not be conscious, can be in a coma. A man can ejaculate in her and she can gestate a baby and the baby can slip out on its own without her even being conscious. This does not work this way for a man. Unless you are a doctor on the low and you can somehow slip this man a pill and knock him out and reach into his ball sack and pull out his semen, you, a man, has to be willing to give you his seed for you to get it. A man cannot be unconscious and create a baby. There are a lot of steps that have to be taken before a man can provide the gravy needed for that roast in the oven. Okay? This is nature's way of telling us that it is in fact up to the man if and when life is started. You don't ever hear of great, oh, the man got great. The man got great and now I'm having the baby. It doesn't work like that. The man has to get an erection. The phallus has to be stroked and stimulated for a continuous period of time. Every man knows when they're about to ejaculate. Okay, when men be hitting y'all with the, oh, I might have got you a little bit, my bad. Ain't no my bad. You knew it was coming. Okay, let's stop. They always know when it's coming. There are a lot of steps a man got to take to make a child. A lot. All right. So in traditional cultures where we have more of a respect for masculinity, the men understand that, yes, it's up to them. This is why in traditional cultures, if the man does knock someone up, he's required to marry the woman because we know scientifically you had to have gotten her pregnant on purpose. Okay, we've done enough when it comes to holding women accountable, like society holds women accountable when it comes to children, because anything go bad with a child, it's always the mother that's blamed. You see what I'm saying? Even right now, we have this whole epidemic going on where men talk about single mothers are ruining this, single mothers. Listen, a single parent, male or female, will ruin a child if you let it happen that way. I don't like this notion that, oh, it's single mother's fault. Sweetie, single parents are not ideal. Let's not sit here and act like the solution would be to have a bunch of single dads. And as though if we had a bunch of single dads, that we would be better off. No, we would be better off when children have both parents. Like, this is not hard. If you're able to take the hurt and your personal anger and projections out of the discussion, this is actually not even that complicated. Like, when you really think about it, it's not, God damn, someone said his father had 50 kids. Somebody said their grandma had 70 kids. God damn, boy, you breathe in his direction and you knocked up. God damn, boy, he must have been, whoo, Jesus. All right, now, there are men who do not have a good relationship with the mother of their child, and they're still good fathers. I'm not going to say that this does not happen. But good father has to go like this, because in a lot of those situations, you know, were y'all together? Did you ever really want to be with this woman forever? A lot of men, most men don't have a baby with a woman and then realize that, oh, I can't be with her for forever. Most of the time, they knew that prior. Okay. So you can't really be a good father when you knock a woman up that you know damn well you were not going to be with this woman the rest of your life. You know, you just cannot do that. All right. Now, we look at systems like child support, alimony in the court system, and we think to ourselves, why does this exist? Why does child support exist? Why does alimony exist? Okay. It's because we have had enough of a proven, consistent period of time where, as a society, we have learned that men require systems to hold them accountable. Y'all know I'm raising a teenage boy. I'm going to tell you about boys. If you do not set a standard for boys, they won't do it. Men are designed, even as children, to need standards, system, and rules. If you let teenage boys, they'll never bathe, they'll do the bare minimum, they'll sit on their butt. They'll sit and play the video game all day. They do not care. You have got to say, no, here are your chores. You need to do X, Y, Z. You need to do it correctly. You need to shower. This is how you need to shower. This is the products you need to use. You have to go to boys, men, whatever, males, and you have to set standards for them. If you don't set standards for men, the way they're wired, they will naturally just do the bare minimum. This is just the way that they're programmed. It ain't nothing to get mad at. It ain't nothing to fight over. This is just a fact. This is why systems like child support, alimony have to exist. Y'all remember when I did the video where I said that women divorce more than men, because what men will do is they'll be unhappy in their relationship and they'll just go start another relationship. I told y'all cheating is easier for men. Men can be like, baby, I'm working late. And as a woman, you ain't got no choice but to be like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Men can be like, oh, baby, can't talk right now. I got to call you right back. I'm in a meeting. For a woman, it doesn't work like that. Like, oh, baby, I'm working late. If I don't answer the phone, I'm in a meeting. It doesn't work like that for a man to be sitting at home crying while the woman out cheating, not answering the phone. That's not the way it works. So I said women are more prone to leave the relationship because in order for her to move on and date and get her needs met, it requires her to be single. It's not very common you see a woman have a whole man and then she out cheating and the man at home sad. It just doesn't work like that. So I said men are not more prone to file divorce because they have a self-serving mindset. In his mind, I'll just get a new girl. I don't have to leave my wife. I'll just have a girlfriend. And I said it doesn't work like that for women. You know, a man can go out. People will know he married. He'll be out with a whole side chick and no one will say nothing. But if it's a married woman out with another nigga, oh my God, society will lose their mind. They're going to tell on her. It's going to be front page news. So I said women file for divorce because they have to do that to move on. Men would just move on while they're in a relationship. So we're not going to sit here and say women file divorce more, please. Women are not in control of men the way men are in control of women. You know what I'm saying? So society knows if we don't have a system like child support, alimony in place, we will have a lot of men who will refuse to financially contribute to whatever children he made. Because keep in mind, Black people, we're the only ones who say that our women kick their men out the house. We're the only ones who blame the women that they're single moms. We're the only ones who say it's up to women on who has the children. We're the only ones that do that. Every other culture, every other society holds the men accountable for lives that come into the world. Okay. So society be like, we don't care, we don't care, we don't care. You made them, you finna pay for them. Now, do we know that child support and alimony, do we know the government plays a part in that to get money for themselves? Absolutely. But to be honest, any third party service that works in transmuting money from one person to another always has a charge, always gets a percentage of it. This is no different. Okay. So society knows that if we don't have a system in place, men will not pay for kids when they're not with the mother. They know men will not pay for kids if they don't like the mom. I told y'all right now. I told y'all before. I said this. I said men pay where they play. Don't bring this energy into my fucking stream. Don't bring this childish, mediocre, below average, low vibrational talking point into this conversation. Okay. We're having very nuanced conversation here. It's very non-biased, objective conversation. Don't bring the tears and it's all of our fault and the dramatics into this conversation. I gave you one option. I gave you one chance. You say anything else stupid like that and you gone. We don't do low vibrational finger pointing here. All right. We talk very matter of fact. We speak the facts. Anyone can get it. Male, female. If you're wrong, you're wrong. So don't come on here with that. It's all my fault. You sound like a child. Only children do that. That's not fair. So it's all my fault. You sound like a 13-year-old boy. And it's very unbecoming. I suggest you get your adult pants on, sit down, listen to the nuances, listen to the actual conversation, and get out your feelings. Okay, thank you. Now, men pay where they play. I want you to understand this. It is against male nature to work, sacrifice, gain resources, money, and then to take that money and give that money into another household where another man is present. I want y'all to understand why that is a direct violation and attack on a man's manhood, period. How do you look as a man having to pay child support into another household with another man in the house with your kids, telling your kids, don't touch that? That's an attack. Did y'all see this? Let me show y'all this. Hold on. Let me show. I meant to show this to y'all. We spoke about this before where I let y'all know. I said, listen, the children are under the woman. Oh, shit. Hold on. How do I mute? The children are under the woman. The woman is under the man. It goes man, woman, child. Okay. This is why children's number one accusers, children's number one ABUS ERS are women. People say, oh, it's mostly women who abuse kids. Yes, because the children are under her. Humans in general tend to prey on and attack those they see as weaker than them. I don't know why humans do it, but it's a human thing. A lot of humans cannot handle being an authority over someone in any way, shape, or form. And some people cannot handle that and they will take advantage. So we look at the number one person that hurts kids is women. The number one person that hurts women is men. Okay. So because of this, this shows us why men are connected to the children through the mom. I want y'all to put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen a man that has multiple children by multiple women, but takes care of some of the children better than the others. Y'all put a chat Put a 1 in the chat if you've personally seen that in your real life. Like, F what I'm saying, F anything else. I'm just curious to see how many people in the chat in real life know a man got multiple kids by more than one woman, and he treats some different than others. Who all has seen this before? Put a 1 in the chat, and I'm going to wait because I really want to know. I really want to know, have y'all seen this? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of 1s. Let me put a 1 because I've seen it 1,000 times. I've seen it so many times. You know why? Let's say it again. He followed the kids. How he feel about the mom? Now, when you see a guy who has a bad relationship with the mother of his children, but he's still a good father, there's a few reasons for this anomaly, because understand it's an anomaly. Okay. Sometimes men will still be very good fathers to their children, regardless of the mother, if they have other group of men that hold them accountable to do so. You have some men who, and it's not to say they don't love their children. Okay. First of all, he might have been in love with that woman when he made the baby. If you see a guy that still take care of the baby, even though he's not on good terms with the mother, a lot of times that means when that baby was conceived, he did love the mother. It may mean that he did something stupid and now him and the mom are not together, but he's still going to have a certain regard for those children because of how he felt about her when they made the child. Does that make sense? So you have some men who will still be certain levels of fathers to their children, regardless of their relationship, because they have a lot of friends. Maybe their friends are good fathers. So now he don't want to be the only one in the group being a deadbeat, because you do have some men. I remember I looked at the interview that Young Dolph did. It's why Young Dolph is my favorite rapper. Still is. God bless the dead. And Abdul, who you talking about? Before I read you, are you talking about me? Because I want to know this comment. I want to know who you're talking about. So go ahead, let me know who you're talking about. Let me know if it's me. So sometimes he's still going off of how he felt about the woman when they were still together. Sometimes in his, that's what I was saying about Dolph. Dolph did an interview one time and he was like, you know, if it's a dude and he don't take care of his kids, I cut him off. He said, I cut him off. I can't ball out with you, do deals with you, get money with you, go have fun with you. And I know your kids doing without. I know your kids don't have. And for those of you who don't know, Dolph had 2 children with a non-racially ambiguous, dark-skinned Black woman, and was in his children's life from day one. Okay. And he said, no, I don't deal with dudes that don't take care of their kids. He said, I don't trust them. And I said, that's a big fact. That's how I operate. If your kids don't deal with you, I don't either. Because I know what it takes for a woman to do so. Well, is he timed out? I wish I didn't time out because I'm waiting for him to tell me if he's talking about me. I guess we'll have to wait, y'all. But Abdul, please let us know as soon as you are untimed out. Please tell me, are you talking about me? That's all I want to know. I just want to know if you're talking about me before I read the situation for Phil. Okay, so I want to be sure before this happens. So I'm going to wait. Thank you so much for the super chat, Lucky. She says makeup beat as fuck. And that's on period, sis. Thank you. Ladies, if you like this makeup look, hello, join the Patreon. I do my makeup live for my streams on the Patreon. And a lot of times y'all be seeing me. I don't be on YouTube, but little do you know it's because I'm on Patreon. So ladies, fellas, this Patreon is not for you. Don't join. But I am going to have another Patreon I start just for controversial topics I want to discuss. That will be for men and women. But You know, this one, the one I currently have, is really just for ladies. Oh, Bree says she timed him out. Yeah, I don't know if he was talking about me, but I want to know. That's why I say we're waiting for his timeout to be over so he can let us know who he was talking about, because I want to be sure before I read him for filth. So he might take care of them kids even though he don't like the mother, because people in his circle, maybe the friends in his circle, are the type of guys where they're like, listen, baby, we don't care about none of that. You need to take care of them kids, period. That's why I say it's up to men to solve the issue of fathers not being present. For a lot of our fathers, they treated fatherhood as though it was optional. I'm extremely proud of Black men present day, where that so many Black men did not have their fathers there for them, that I have noticed how intentionally so many brothers are being there for their children because they saw how it felt for their fathers to not be there for them. And when a man don't have his father there for him, it either will make him grow up and do the same thing, or it will make him grow up and say, you know what, I'll never do that to my children. So I'm very proud that majority of men have decided, you know what, my dad wasn't there for me, so I will be there for my children. Okay. Did he respond yet? I guess not. You know, I guess we'll just move along. I guess we'll just say he could not have possibly been talking about me. But I want to make something very clear, that I want you to respect my show, respect my platform. You know what I'm saying? If I was on CNN somewhere and somebody was acting unruly, you would definitely be able to say, hey, tone it down. We ain't doing that. Matter of fact, they would know not to even be disrespectful. So I don't like how, when we are dealing with Black media, especially as a Black female content creator, how you act like my show is not a big deal. It's a big deal to me. And I might not be on CNN, I might not be on MSNBC or something like that, but it's my show. I do it. I have to have order. I'm allowed to set boundaries. I'm allowed to say, hey, this is my platform. I did not go into his space and tell him what to do. He is in my space, and I respectfully set a boundary of what I need from him to have this conversation. I did not emasculate, belittle him, or call him out his name. I simply let him know, hey, this is childish. We're not doing that. We're going to have a grown discussion. If a woman setting boundaries makes you feel like, oh, she's not feminine, you have no idea what femininity really is. Okay. So again, I don't know if you would talk about me. However, I'm just letting you know, don't come in here with that shit, because I cannot stand when people think they can come say whatever you want to say to me, and then when I set a boundary or defend myself, y'all be talking about, see, not feminine. Like, stop poking the bear. Okay, you know, so don't worry about it. Divine Focus says, I am officially a Patreon, period, sis. Welcome to Death Row. I hope you can join us for movie night tonight at 8 p.m., honey. Okay, Ty, like, don't play with us, period. This show is the best. Come on now. I don't give a damn about that. As soon as white people validate you, then all of a sudden it's a big deal. No, this show is a big deal now. And that's what I said, And I'm allowed to set rules for my platform. Y'all got me messed up. All right. So, okay. See y'all at movie night tonight. Yes, honey. All right. So again, this is how you end up with some men who are good fathers, despite the relationship. Again, it's other men holding them accountable. They may still have feelings for the woman. It may have been them that messed up, and that's why they're not together, and they know it. It could be that I call them like Facebook flexing fathers, where maybe they do it because it's a flex for themselves, where you have some men where, you know, posting about the child or doing certain things makes them, it's a flex for them. You have some men who take care of a child regardless of how they feel about the mom because they're trying to spite another woman. You'll have some men where they feel like, oh, I'm trying to spite this other person, so I'm going to take super good care of this child. But typically, a man views a child the way he views the mother, and typically a man is connected to a child the way he's connected to a mother. The mother. Oh my God, why is that so loud? I'm trying to show y'all this video. You know what? I probably don't even have time to show y'all this. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson is the perfect catalyst to learn this lesson and have this conversation. Women, let me tell y'all ladies this, and I've said this before, because this is very important. As a woman, you have got to want to be a mother. As a woman, you should decide that you want to be a mother before you even have a man. Have you ever seen women where, matter of fact, I was speaking about this earlier. It's a girl from back home where the father of her child was not responding to her. So she started beating on the child, saying she hated the child because she was mad because the daddy was with someone else. And I said, now, see, that's an example of a girl who did not have a baby because she wanted to be a mother, but a girl that had a baby in order to keep a man. Okay, if we don't learn by now in 2022, having a baby does not keep a man. I don't know when we'll learn that. Okay, having a baby don't never keep a man. Okay. Okay, Big Meat says I'm off base today. About what? I mean, what am I off base about? Tell me. I don't. What lie have I told so far? I haven't told any name. Michelle says I had the baby name picked out before I met him. Yes. Okay. If you don't want to be a mother, don't have a baby. All right. And the reason why a woman has to decide she want to be a mother before having the man is because I'm so tired of repeating this again, because we can never control a man. So if you have the baby because of the man or to keep the man around, what's going to happen if and when he's not around? What will happen is you will begin to resent the child. So it's very important for women to want to have a child because she wants to be a mother first. And then you begin to seek out the man who can help you make it all happen. Okay. So that is very important to understand. Now, we all know that Tristan Thompson has 3 children so far. He has 1 child with a Black woman. I believe her name is Jordan. The child is 5. He has another child with Khloe Kardashian. That's 4. You do the math on that. Big Meat says fathers love their kids regardless of the mother. That's why you're off base. No, they don't. No, they don't. They literally don't. No, they don't. Especially if you have a situation like this one with Tristan, where he told her before she had the baby, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be supportive. I ain't doing nothing. Get rid of it. Try to pay her $100,000 to get rid of the baby. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely not. Men do not love their children regardless. When a man is with a woman and happy with a woman, he will happily be a father, take care of things, let you break up. Let the woman stop sleeping with him, stop being with him. Now, all of a sudden, he ain't got it right now. He got to wait till next week. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's stop the shit. Men love their children based upon their connection through the mom, period. There is a reason why deadbeat mothers is not the common cliche. There's a reason why the term deadbeat dad is the cliche. Stop capping. If you have a man that cannot stand the mother of his child, a lot of times it will also keep him away from that kid. This is why we have many instances of men having children, more than one woman, where he treats some of the kids better than others. You know who another example of that? Gucci Mane. And Gucci Mane has an older child, special needs, and he grimaces and hums and haws every time he has to contribute anything to that older son. He hates having to do anything for him because he doesn't like the mother and he's not fucking her. Then you got him with his son with Keisha Kayor. He number 1 dad. They taking pictures on the internet. He icing the baby out. Baby got Gucci on, ice on. Meanwhile, your other child doesn't even have a nurse to help take care of it. It happens every day. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't going to sit here and say that men love their kids regardless. No, the fuck they don't. And this is why nature designs us to be a whole family. This is why nature designs for a man and a woman to be together, to have a child. Nature did not design men to have kids that they're not with the mom. Stop it. Yep. Someone said 50 Cent, Bow Wow. I mean, there's so many examples, and that's celebrity examples. That's celebrity examples. Don't get us started on the examples in everyday life. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, children get, this is where women messed up. Women messed up when they started giving their kids the man's last name and they're not married. Biggest misconception we've been sold is that children get the father's last name. No. Children get the mother's last name. Again, we're so behind as Black people. We're so incredibly behind on everything. Like we're so far off base on so many things. We're clueless to so many things. Children get the mother's last name. And hello, genius, the mother is supposed to have the man's last name. This is how you end up with women with 3 kids by 3 different men. One child last name DeQuarius Johnson, one is Tyrone Jones, and one is LeBrandon Smith. Looking stupid. And all them niggas ain't there. Women fucked up majorly when they started giving kids the man last name and they not married. And I've even heard men, and this is how you know men don't care about their kids just regardless because they're their kids. When I spoke about this before and I said, why are y'all giving, when I had my son, my mama, me and my son father were in a relationship, we were not married. And I went to put that birth certificate, my mama looked at me like, okay, what are you doing? Oh, I thought I'd give him his last name. No, baby, get your last name. My mama told me this was the most OG stuff. My mama said if he wanted the baby to have his last name, he would have gave you his last name. And I was like, bars AF. And then I later researched that typically, yes, children get the last name of the mother. Now, when I said this, do you know what the men come back to that was? And this is going to go ahead and put a cherry on top about what I'm saying that is true. The men said, if she don't give the child my last name, I won't claim and take care of it. Now, when it comes to marriage, men sit there and tell the women it's just a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what the piece of paper says. It matters how I feel about you. So then when you say, okay, well, guess what? On this piece of paper, this birth certificate, it will be my last name. But you can call a child whatever last name you want. But on that piece of paper, it'll be mine. I'm the mother. I know I'm the mother. I know I will always be there. I don't know what the fuck you gonna do because you haven't committed to me. Women gave up their power when they started giving kids the father last name. Worst mistake you could have made. That's where y'all messed up at. That's why the game is upside down. And then it was very interesting to see the men's response. Oh, well, if the child don't get my last name, I ain't taking care of it. Oh, really? So now paperwork matters. I thought paperwork didn't matter. You're free to call the child whatever last name you want to call it. Oh, so now what's on the paper matters. Oh, okay. Okay, honey, y'all ain't ready for this conversation. Okay, kids get the mom last name. The mom want the kids to have his last name. He married a mom. That's how it's supposed to go. All right. That is called niggatry. Giving a child the man last name and the mom last name not the same is nigga shit. All right. Now, let's go ahead and read this article. I'm going to share my screen here with y'all. And we're going to read this about Tristan Thompson. Now, we know that Tristan got 3 children by 3 different women. Again, the first one is from Jordan, a Black woman. Her child is 5. His child with Khloe is 4. Do the math on that. We've already spoken of Khloe Kardashian being the 100 millionth example of a woman that got with a man that already had a family, already had a situation going on, was a side chick, got pregnant, and thought they were going to be the main chick. And now we see the same thing happening to Khloe. We don't talk about this too many times of this happening. We're not going into that again. But he got 1 5-year-old, 1 4-year-old, and 1, I believe, 9-month-old child now. Okay. Now, let's look at what has been going on with him and the mother of the child. Now, if y'all remember when he got her pregnant, like I just spoke about, he told her that he did not want her to keep the child, offered her, I think it was like 80 bands to get rid of the child. And he told her, if you have this child, I will not be with you. I will not take care of it. She decided to still have the child because clearly she was playing a child support game. And let's look at where we are now with the situation. All right. Tristan Thompson has been paying Marilee Nichols child support for son Theo. Let me make sure this is big enough that y'all can see this. Can y'all see this okay? Let me make sure. All right. Let us scroll down. Tristan Thompson has been paying Marilee Nichols child support despite their ongoing family court lawsuit, Page Six can exclusively reveal. An attorney for Thompson informed Page Six in a legal letter sent late Wednesday that the NBA free agent is paying and has paid child support to Ms. Nichols, retroactive to the date she delivered the child. Nichols gave birth to their son Theo on December 1st, 2021. There goes Tristan, autistic, slow ass right here. This nigga is so slow. God. You know, a lot of them basketball player dudes be slow. It's like they never develop real social skills. They be hella weird on the low. Tristan, an example of that. You could tell he probably played basketball from when he was in 5th, 6th grade. Now you slow. Earlier this year, a rep for Nichols claimed in a statement that Thompson had done nothing and provided zero financial assistance, but he since has repaid the money owed. While the basketball player may be ponying up the funds, a source tells us he has yet to bond with his baby boy. Tristan has still made no attempt to meet his 8-month-old son, Theo. It was not until recently that Tristan started paying child support. Is that her with the baby? Whew, boy, them white girls be going out their way trying to look like us, boy, and them big old fake lips, child. Whew. Ladies, let's take a moment to be happy you born a Black girl so you don't got to get a bunch of surgery to look like one. Whew. Can we take a moment to thank God for blessing us with lips? I am so grateful for my lips. Now, I don't have to fix a flat into them, not to look like I have a monkey smile with a no-lip chimpanzee grin. Whoo! Thank you, Lord, for making me a Black woman. Boy, you really looked out. Nichols filed a paternity lawsuit against Thompson in June for child support, claiming he had impregnated her over his 30th birthday weekend that March, when he was still romantically involved with Khloe Kardashian. The athlete vehemently denied being the father until a DNA test proved otherwise. Today, paternity test results reveal that I fathered a child with Marilee Nichols. He wrote in a statement posted to social media in January, I take full responsibility for my actions. Now that paternity has been established, I look forward to amicably raising our son. And you know his PR person wrote that for him because he did not write that. Thompson also apologized to Kardashian 38 Oh my God. I did not realize that Chloe was 38 and Tristan's only 30. Oh my God. What is up with these old white bitches always seeking these young black men? That remind me of Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea, old ass, got with Playboy Cardi, young ass. Y'all like some vampires. Why the... I'm about to go on a rant. Let me shut up because I feel a rant coming forward. You got to be a slow ass bitch to sit and try to start a family with a man 8 years younger than you. Unless it's... No, I wouldn't say unless. There is no unless. You're an idiot. Now you over here looking like that nigga mama. Thompson also apologized to Kardashian 38, with whom he was secretly expecting a child via surrogate, for betraying her. Chloe, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve the heartache and humiliation I have caused you. You don't deserve the way I have treated you over the years. Thompson shares 4-year-old daughter, True, and a baby boy with the Kardashian star. He is also dad to a 5-year-old son, Prince, with ex Jordan Craig. All right. So now this baby is 8 months old. And he has never even met the child. Oh, but I thought that men care about their kids regardless. But wait a minute. This is the part that's confusing me. So Christian, you haven't even met your Tristan, whatever the hell. But wait, Tristan, so she's saying that you ain't never even met the child, but is this you? Is this you, Tristan? Is this you, Tristan? Is this Tristan? Who this? Who is this? Wait a minute. So you ain't never met the child you got with the other chick, but you over here #1 daddy at Disney World and shit with your baby with Chloe. Can somebody help me understand why this is? If I'm wrong and that it is not that men father their kids based upon how they feel about their mom? So then why the fuck is he over here being #1 dad to his child with Chloe? It's because Chloe is still giving him ass, and that's the mother of his child that he liked, period. That's the one he liked. Let's stop it. That's who he feels the most connected to. This is why he #1 daddy over here for True. And then when it comes to Mara Lee, he's never even met the child. And we don't even know what the status is with his other son from the other girl. But I know he ain't never been #1 dad with none of his kids except True.
Woo! Did you make a wish?
This you?
Okay, wait.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
Is this you? Tristan.
Happy birthday to you.
Y'all help me to understand. If I'm wrong, why is this? Look at this. Cheese. Look at this nigga. Cheese. This nigga look happy as hell. It's giving very much so big happy family, giving very much so #1 dad. It's giving very much so that True will have a totally different experience on how she feels about her father than her little brother will. Her little brother will grow up and he'll say, my dad was never there for me. He never loved me. True will grow up saying, I love my dad. He was always there. Why? Because of the mom. Man, cut the shit. I know this shit is painful to think about. I know it's fucked up to think about. But it's a reality and a conversation that needs to be had. He doing all this with True. Meanwhile, he has not even met
What?
his newest son.
Yeah. Oh, it's a commercial now. He'll come back.
If men love their kids regardless of the mom, all his kids will be getting the same treatment.
You like how am I doing a good job,
This
teacher?
nigga,
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to
You have
like
money
and
to pay?
subscribe for more
this nigga
videos.
painting nails. See, this is that uncomfortable, painful truth. Thank you, Curtis. Curtis said you've been saying this for a long time. And I'm so glad you said that because it's so many. I've been seeing an increase in men that watch my content, refuse to subscribe to it, refuse to give me my props. Then they hear my talking points, repurpose them, rebrand them, and regurgitate them and act like they're the ones that brought you the game. I've been saying this for the longest. I've been saying for the longest that a lot of men don't really like women. Like they're kind of gay. Then it's a black guy that just is going viral for speaking on that same thing. Men are emotionally attracted to other men, but physically attracted to women. And I said, be careful of men who don't really like women. I said, you need men who like women, the aura, the essence of the woman. So it's so much shit I've been saying for so long. And then a man will come say it. They'll hear what I'm talking about, repackage it, and then he'll come forward like, I dropped the bar. Because you refuse to give credit to a woman for putting you on game about your own behaviors in any way, shape, or form. So I like the real Goddess Gang who be there riding with me through it all, where certain shit that I've been said, people just now saying it, acting like it's new and it's bars. I hate that. You know, that's an example of how women get undermined in the workplace. Even as a content creator, we get overshadowed. When I say it, it's not true. When a man say it, bars. Oh, because I've been saying this for the longest. God, I've been saying this for the longest. And these niggas come on here, repackage my shit, and make it seem like they came up with this. Child, please. Yes, and no one hears anything when it comes from a woman. Exactly. When it coming from a woman, it must mean that, oh, she emotional and she don't know what she's talking about, man, whatever. So, Chloe is giving me very much so I don't want two baby daddies. Chloe is giving very much so, you know what? I already have one kid with him, so I might as well just go ahead and have another. Okay. That's extremely weird. All right. Okay, girl says Chloe wants him to not be in the other kids' lives. She hates the other women too. And you know, I'm glad you said that because I want to show this video. Now, let me go ahead and also say this because I know a bitch can't wait to steal this too. I also been said that a baby daddy will always be worse than a baby mama. Always. Okay. Why is this? Again, let's take emotions out and let's talk logic. 9 times out of 10, okay, 9 times out of 10, a woman will be getting child support from the father. Let me change my battery out. 9 times out of 10, women will be receiving child support from the child's father, and that will be more income coming into the household. Okay. Men are more prone to, because of their ego and their pride, men are more prone to be able to say, you know what, she don't want to be with me anymore. There's nothing I can do. Men's pride and ego, they're more prone to eventually, you know, be able to let go and let the woman move on. A lot of men are not trying to have the threat of physical violence with another man. They're just not. So a lot of times a woman can have a child and move on, and you don't have to worry about the father acting a fool and, hovering over. I mean, normally it just doesn't have to be a thing. However, God help you if you dealing with a man and his baby mama. Boy, baby mamas do not go quietly the way a baby daddy will. Oh my God. I told y'all my experience of dating a guy with a child, and it was probably the worst experience that I ever had. It was the worst experience ever. Let me make sure this. Okay. There we go. Now, before I came into the picture, he was able to see his child. He was here go my thing acting a fool. He was able to see his child, was able to be there for the child. The minute I came in the picture, now all of a sudden, hold on, let me share this screen. Then when I came in the picture, now all of a sudden, I don't want her around my child. He can't come over there. I can't see him. Man, as soon as I came in the picture, that nigga was on child support and could not see his child no more. He had to take her to court. I think he said it took him like 15 months before he was able to go to court and get something settled in order to see his child again. She was hovering, writing me messages, popping up to the house. And I told myself then, I said, oh, you ain't got to worry about me dating no man with no kids, because I'm not finna deal with your baby mama harassing me. Now I came here in the picture. Now you want child support. Now you want child support. Now money got to leave the household. This girl is crazy. A lot of women ain't going. Your man leave you, get with a battered chick and upgrade and ride off into the sunset. Women are not going for that. Period. I would deal with 10 baby daddies before I deal with one person's baby mama. Dealing with a baby mama is the worst thing ever. And I get it. Because a lot of times these women feel cheated. They feel like, no, I had this baby for you. You said you wanted to be with me. You don't get to go back on that. You don't get to ride off into the sunset and I'm stuck here with this baby. Now I'm a single mom. Nobody wants me. I got to tote this baby around. I want to show y'all this video. I told y'all, I said life is hard enough as it is. The average American is making about $50,000 a year. I know people sell you this dream that you can get to the bag and we can all make I saw them on a shade room the other day talking about it take $300,000 to raise a child. Man, get the fuck out of here. You know damn well majority of people make 50 grand a year. You know damn well most people will never have no damn $300,000 set aside to have a baby. You know damn well that if you have that money set aside, that don't guarantee anything. We all know many people who grew up in two-parent households with plenty of money, and they're terrible people. They're bratty, entitled, horrible people. I don't know why we think that just because we're not a millionaire that we don't deserve to procreate. If everybody wait until they got 300 bands in the bank to procreate, we're screwed. It don't take no damn $300,000 to raise no damn child. Get the fuck out of here, especially when you're an active, involved mother. Children have a purpose and deserve to be here. Even if they're coming here in poverty, they deserve the chance to make it out. Human life come before a dollar. I saw Young Thug talk about broke men should not be able to have no kids. What do you mean? Them kids still deserve to be here and make a way out. Now, should you try to have yourself together before? I mean, yeah. But to tell people they should have 300,000 bands in the bank to have a kid is crazy to me. Absolutely insane. Stop telling people that. I cannot stand that. As though if you have two parents and money, you're guaranteed a good human being. You're not. Matter of fact, some of the most fucked up people I know are spoiled people raised in two-parent households with money. They be clueless, entitled, and selfish. You know what I'm saying? You out here telling people they need $300,000 to raise a child, man. No wonder you finna make people not want to have kids. You know what I'm saying? So we know the truth is the average person make 50,000 and gonna always make 50,000. We know damn well no. I know these online coaches teach you that if you just do Forex and real estate, that we can all get the bag and all be millionaires. That's not the way it works. I hate to be the one to, bust your bubbles. It don't work like that. All right. So I've been said, if you are dealing with a man that has children, most men need the woman's income already just to live. Most households need two incomes. The more households that a man's income is distributed amongst, the more poor he will be. Let me say this one more time. The reason why divine order says that a man's children should live under the roof with him is because his children should have dibs on all his money and resources. When you distribute those children amongst multiple households, you can guarantee that man will be poor forever. Forever. Even someone like Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson is now paying over $100,000 a month just in child support. And that's before Chloe get him next. Because she will. Okay? Because ain't no woman going to be a dummy forever. Chloe is eventually going to move on. Okay? So when you was a man and you got your paycheck, GGS, can I ask you what's funny? Because you don't left the LMFAO comment 4 times. Do you care to let us know what is funny? We're going to give you a moment to go ahead and get it off your chest. Since you've left the same comment 4 times, dying for attention. Do you care to tell us what's funny? Because I don't see nothing that's funny. Help us understand. Maybe we missed something. Where are you? Where are you? I'm waiting for you to explain. You have the floor. No one else is writing LOLs. I haven't told a joke. Ain't nothing funny. So go ahead and let us know. I mean, what's funny? We're waiting. I haven't said no jokes. I'm confused. You keep saying LMFAO. Do you feel exposed? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel exposed? Do you feel as though I'm reading you for filth right now? Are you nervous because your baby mama's going to see this and they're going to realize, what, she's right? Like, what's funny? Help me understand. I'm a little bit lost. So whenever you're ready, we are welcoming you to come put in the chat what fucking part about this was funny. Yes, Tristan Thompson is paying over $100,000 a month in child support. Child support is if you as a man, if you want to be poor forever, your best option is to have children in more than one household. I'm going to keep it real with you. If you're a man and you were searching around for how can I be poor forever? He deleted his comments. You see how cowardly, immature people are? They're so immature and they want attention. Then when you really give it to them, they realize how stupid they look. You see what I'm saying? Just a goofy. Just goofy, stupid. I don't know how those people even get over here. This is a high vibrational channel. We're having high vibrational conversation. You know what I'm saying? Jay said, where do you find these men without kids? I don't know. I just always somehow end up with men with no kids. I don't know why. I don't know. That's very true. I don't know. I don't know. I've only dated a man that had kids one time. I don't know. So I literally always end up with men with no kids. I don't understand why that is. Maybe they can't have any. People be like, how the hell you only got one child? Shit, maybe I've been dealing with men with no kids. Maybe they can't have none. Maybe I've been dealing with dudes with, blank ships. Maybe. I don't know. And y'all know I also like old niggas. So maybe that's also a part of it too. I deal with old niggas. They sperm is made of powder. Maybe that's why. And I'm joking, y'all. Well, I'm not joking about I deal with old dudes. I'm not joking about that. But I am joking about not saying something wrong with a man if he don't have children. Daniel, do you know that that's not true? This is another misconception that most men don't have children, like 50% of men. No, it's more like maybe 35% of men that don't have children. We got to stop regurgitating these incorrect statistics. It is not over 50% of men that don't have children. It's not true. Okay. But I don't know. I just somehow end up with men with no children. I feel like maybe the men with children, maybe they know that they can't afford it. Maybe they feel like that. They feel like I can't afford it. I don't know. But the more households that a man's income has to be distributed through, the more poor he will get. Even if he's rich like Tristan. Tristan will end up broke. Mark my words. Mark my words. And I don't like to speak too much on people's future because I'm not God. But I will say this. I can guarantee you that someone like Tristan Thompson will end up broke and poor and struggling for two reasons. Number one, at only 30 years old, he already has his income going out to 3 households. Okay. Number two, he's too thirsty. He's too thirsty for sex. He's too thirsty for women. He has no discipline, no sexual standard. So I can guarantee you, I can sit here before you and guarantee you that Tristan Thompson will be poor and he will be broke. He will end up poor, broke, and struggling. Guaranteed. Okay. And I've spoke about this before, and I said a lot of men be so ready to leave one woman and get with the next woman. And the truth is, you cannot afford to leave. Let's talk about that for a second. Can you afford to leave? If the average American making $50,000 a year, the average American needs 2 people to make ends meet in a household. They need 2 incomes. Once you marry a man, listen to me. This is reason number 5,000 why I don't understand why single moms have this rhetoric of avoid them at all costs. It's this, it's that. No, the real one that needs to be avoided at all costs is a baby daddy. Okay. So I be telling a lot of men, they be want to have all these kids and then leave. I'm like, my brother, the truth is you can't afford to leave. Do you know how many women, and we're going to look at an example of this. Do you know how many women are okay with robbing a man's other children for themselves? I tell you ladies all the time, if you got a man, he got 2 kids, but he make between 50, 70,000 a year, you cannot be with him because he cannot afford to be with you. If he has 2 children in 2 other households, the only way that he will be able to provide for you and whatever future children you have is if he neglects the children he currently has in some way. Y'all, one time I went to switch my Wi-Fi provider. I think I was with Xfinity and I tried to get AT&T, right? I was so pissed off with Xfinity. I had talked to the rep on the phone, went off on them. I was so pissed off. I was like, y'all can cancel this. I don't care if it's a contract, cancel it. I'm done. I went to AT&T, went to start my new account. AT&T said, oh, wait a minute. We see that you still have service with Xfinity. So once you pay them and turn in your equipment, then you can start service with us. I said, oh shit. And it gave me an epiphany of, what if women did this? What if women were able to say, you got 2 kids? By how many different women? You pay how much child support? You make how much? All right, when we go ahead and punch all this formula, we have concluded that you can't afford to not be with the mother of your kids. I have a little sister that I was doing a one-on-one mentoring with, and she was talking about her and her boyfriend. And I want to say that she had her boyfriend's either 3rd or 4th child or something like that. And that they were, quote unquote, debating on whether or not they wanted to be together. And I said, ma'am, you do understand that you guys do not have options. He, with 4 kids, cannot afford another woman and another family. So y'all need to make this work. You know, so when you see a man just making a baby with a woman he never planned on being with, you got to ask yourself, what's wrong with that brother? That's not self-love, my brother. That's a form of self-sabotage, my brother. There are so many men that are not doing for their existing children because they don't want to be with the mom, but they cannot afford all that. Be for real. Who the hell can afford that? Let me show y'all this.
It's like I got to choose between my child and my marriage. And the shit getting old. It's getting very old and frustrating.
Between your child and your marriage, what is you doing? I mean, like, what's going on?
I'm recording, man.
No, I ain't no recording because you ain't dropping that shit. I don't give a damn about no Facebook, no YouTube, or nothing. No. And I don't care nothing about that. Because my thing is right here, you pay $500 a month. You can drop it. I'm going to put your business out there. You pay $500 fucking dollars a month in child support. It ain't nobody but doing no extra. No shoes, no clothes, no toys, no nothing. Fuck all that.
What you talking about, man? My son needs some shoes.
I don't give a damn. No, she can get the shoes out the child support money. She get the shoes out.
You see this? I'm going to pause it real quick. This is why the baby daddy is always worse than the baby mama. Baby mama, 9 times out of 10, she getting baby daddy's income to come into the household. Okay? Another man money coming into your house. Okay? We got to stop this idea that single mothers are out here hobbling in the cold, coming to the men with a baby in tow, like, do you have a spare piece of bread? And do you have a warm bed for my baby and I? Please save us. Do you have a little bit of gruel that you could spare for me and my baby? That is not what single mothers look like present day. All right? Again, society holds women accountable for their kids. Most women is working multiple jobs, multiple hustles, take care of their kids. Most women are not coming to men like, can you save me? Most women that have children already know what's up. Most women that have children already know I got to be able to provide for their kid, for these kids. Okay, it just is what it is. Please, sir, I want some more. That is not what the fuck is going on out here. Most of the time, the woman coming into it already providing for that child, the father paying child support. She don't need your income for the child. Maybe your income may be needed for further children. Okay. The most you got to deal with is the kids ugly or they bad saying, you ain't my daddy. But financially, it's not affecting you to that degree. Now, when you have a man with a child, first of all, I want y'all ladies to understand this. If you are married to a man and he owes child support, I want you to 100% understand they can come after you too as his wife. Do you know how many women right now can't marry their man because of child support? Thank you so much for the super chat, Bree. Bree says, cook, honey. I'm cooking, honey. I'm cooking a whole full course meal, baby. And everyone can get it in this conversation. Man, woman, everyone getting called out on their shit. Okay. As a woman, you know who was like that? Mendices and Yandy. And Mendices and Yandy got married, and then everybody was like, where's your marriage license? And then it came out that Yandy did not marry him legally in the United States because she didn't want to get came after for that child support. Yeah, this is the conversations we don't want to have. You will be responsible for that child support. They can garnish your wages, your tax return, whatever it is. Okay, and this is true for most states and most jurisdictions. Thank you. This is why I tell my son all the time, don't you bring home no children, because 9 times out of 10, you will be shooting yourself in the foot if you're paying child support before you've even reached your financial stride as a man. So now it looks like they live in a pretty average house. She clearly is paying bills. Maybe he paying some bills too. Okay. Now, I want you guys to understand this. The way it's supposed to go, and I've spoke to ladies like about this multiple times, and y'all thought I was crazy when I said this, but I've been told y'all need to start saying fuck them kids. Okay, y'all need to start saying fuck them kids. And I've been told y'all, why do y'all have kids with a man? The man does not marry you. Okay. The man does not marry you. Somebody said they thought this was a. You get pregnant by the man. The man does not marry you, and then you get upset and you take the kids and leave. How on earth does that show or teach the man anything? You sure showed him. You gave him a free kid, then you took off and brought the baby with you. Now you the one here raising a child and doing the most. I've been told y'all, leave them kids with him. Y'all was like, oh my God, why would you say that? I've been told y'all that, man. Fuck them kids, leave them kids with him. I don't know why we sit here and act like, oh, a child belongs more to me than him. I've been told y'all, he don't want to marry you. He take them kids. Period. Them kids are for his ass. You know what I'm saying? When men play, I've had men play with me like that. Oh, girl, I'm going to get you pregnant. You're going to have my baby. Shit, you'll be a single father fucking with me. I ain't the one. Boy, don't come at me with that. Do not come at me with that. Oh, girl, damn, you so fine. Oh, girl, I'm finna put a baby in you. Shit, boy, I'm the wrong one. I am the wrong one. Are you ready to be a single dad? Because you will be. Period. You knock me up, you got 2 choices. You either marry me or you a single dad. There's no in between. I'm going to pop that baby out and you taking that baby. I'll come get the baby maybe once or twice a week, say hello, and then I'm out. Don't ask me for shit. Period. You know, so a lot of y'all be wanting to let these men knock you up. Then you leave and you take the baby like you showed him a lesson. How on earth did you show him a lesson? You gave him a free baby and you moved on with he moved on with his life. That's why women don't care about a man having kids, because out of sight, out of mind. The reason why men make a huge deal out of the whole baby mama thing is because your kids are in his sight. He has to see them. Most of the time, your kids live with you. The reason why women don't give a damn about a man having kids, because 9 times out of 10, them kids don't live with him. BF said, you getting put on child support. 6. Put me on child support, baby. I will write that check to your ass willingly every month. Here you go. How much you want? $350? I'll give him about $350 a month in child support. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. That'll be when nigga want to say, damn, girl, you so fine. Girl, I put a baby in you. Pah! All right. Woo! Good luck with that. Nigga be like, I don't want to put a condom on. I suggest you do, because you'll be a single dad. I ain't shit. So please don't play with me. Someone say that's not enough. How $350 a month ain't enough for child support? That's enough. That's all he getting. He ain't getting no more than $350. I'm sorry. You be a single dad. I give you about $375. That's how women need to start moving. You knock me up. We got two choices. Where we going? We either going to the courthouse, or we still going to the courthouse because you going to put me on child support. I guess we going to the courthouse either way. Because whether we go to get married or you finna go to that courthouse to either file a marriage license or file child support. Which one do you want, sir? Because when y'all said, when we showed this video, the man paying $500 a month, y'all said that's plenty. Y'all said 500 is plenty. It don't take 500 to raise no child, all that. So how the fuck 350 ain't good? 350 good. I can write him that check for 350 on the first of the month. Shitting me. Y'all crazy as hell. Girl, I'm gonna put a baby in you. Act like you don't want to put on no protection. Act like you want to knock me up. All right. Boy, I ain't the one. Boy, that baby will be on your doorstep. I'll put that baby on that doorstep and do a donut. Skirt. You know, and then people act like that make you a bad mom or a bad woman. Why? That baby is half and half. Half mine, half yours. Why the hell people think it's wrong to leave a child with their daddy? It's their dad. Shit. Not me. You know what I'm saying? So more women need to start do that. Make him a single dad. You know, he didn't want to wear no protection. He skeeted in you. Well, then you keep this baby. You know, this how we fix all that. Okay, especially a boy. If my baby daddy, other baby mama wasn't a pussy asshole, I promise y'all my son be with his daddy right now. Big facts. The only reason why my son with me is because my baby daddy, other baby mama is a pussy ass bitch. That's the only reason why. But if she wasn't a pussy asshole, trust me, he would be right over there. He'd be right there. How you doing, son? You over there with your daddy? You having fun? Yeah, mom. Great. Shit. Someone say, when you gonna have an event in person? Now y'all know y'all supposed to come to my birthday party. Did I not mention the birthday party yet on this stream? My bad. Y'all, I'm having big Virgo energy come through. I have my birthday bash. Yeah, sis, if you just text me and you watching this, it's me. It's not a bot, it's me. I just text her back. She's like, who is this? Sis, I'm gonna text you back. You know, I just be doing the most. I've been on live almost all day from the Patreon in here, but y'all gotta work with me when I don't text back fast. I be doing the most. I be getting pulled in 1,000 directions sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's me and I'm here. Y'all laughing at me. So my birthday bash, September 12th, Monday, September 12th, at a venue called Apartment 4B in Buckhead in Atlanta from 8 p.m. to 12 noon. We're going to turn up, have a great time. My daddy is coming. My daddy is a long-term professional saxophone player. He's going to be doing live music set. We're going to dance. We're going to be looking good. If you fuck with me, if you love me, I want y'all to come to my birthday bash, September 12th, Apartment 4B, 8 p.m. to midnight. Come through. It's going to be a movie. I got a lot of people coming through. We're going to have a good time. Y'all, I love gifts, especially cash app. Food is not free. I'm not allowed to sell my own food or give away my own food or drinks in the venue because they are a restaurant. So you got to buy your own food and drinks and stuff like that. But there is no cover charge. Everyone is free to come in. You don't have to buy food. You don't have to buy drinks. But We in there having a good time. I like cash app. I like perfume, candles, gift cards, those type of gifts. Please bring a gift. Bring a little gift, a little card, a little something. Just show me some love. I pour into people for my birthday. I just want y'all to come pour into me. You are invited if you fuck with me. If you fuck with me, you invited. Okay. So yes, September 12th. Y'all got time to book your flights, book your hotels. I don't want to hear. Yeah, because he say he coming through from NYC, period. Y'all come through. We about to have so much fun. I got my birthday outfit on the way. I'm about to be looking so good. Y'all gonna want to drink my bath water. I'm gonna be looking so good, bitch. I got baby oil finna put on my legs. Bitch, makeup finna be beat, hair, baby. I'm finna be so fine. Y'all gonna be like, give us a bottle of your bath water, girl. I'm gonna be so fine. It's illegal in 52 states. Whoo! Child, I'm already thinking about how fine I'm finna be for my birthday. Whoo! Chile, baby. Let's finish looking at this video.
Like the child support money, that's what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got to do shit else. And she ain't getting nothing else. She should have never took the fucking child support out if she needed more money.
You shouldn't feel like that.
Why shouldn't I feel like that?
That's my fucking child.
I don't fuck that child. Fuck you too. I don't give a thing about that. Shoes. Come on, to get some extra shoes. You pay $500 a month in child support. You ain't buying no shoes. You ain't buying no fucking shoes. You buy shoes. You buy them shoes. You buy them shoes. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you. You pay child support. What you paying the child support is for?
I'm saying, still though. If you need some shoes, I'm gonna get the shoes.
No, you ain't getting no shoes out of here. You ain't. It don't matter. It does not matter. No, you don't get buy no shoes. She get the shoes out of child support money. $500 a month.
Yeah, if y'all can't make it, you can send a gift on Cash App. Cash App, $ SIXGODDIS. I don't have a PO box no more. But you know, Cash App will work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, maybe I'll do an Amazon wish list. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with a real nigga. Now, Jade Fox, this is what it come down to. I'm so glad you said this. Jade Fox said he needs to be single. Now, though I do not agree with the way that the wife is handling this, though I do not agree with her tone and the way that she's going about this, what I will say is that sis has a point. Uh-oh. Y'all not ready for this. Sis has a point. Her delivery, terrible. Her point, she actually is right. And this is what I mean where I say a lot of men be wanting to have these kids and not be with the mom. And don't ask themselves, my brother, can you afford to not be with the mom? Can you afford to care for this child 100% and still maintain your other household? For most men, the answer is no, you cannot. There are women who often cannot afford to not be with the father of their children. But when we speak on women not being able to afford it, it's different. I'm going to give an example. I had a sister. Sister had 3 children. All by the same man, but 3 children nonetheless. Sis was, I don't want to call her average. I want to say she was a little bit below average. She wasn't anything special to look at, was slightly overweight. And she was having issues with her child's father. The issues were not issues like he was beating on her or cheating on her. It was a different type of issue. And she was debating and thinking about leaving him. And I told her the same thing. I said, sis, you can't afford to leave. And she's like, what do you mean? I make plenty of money. I'm fine. I can leave. I said, that's not what I mean by you can't afford to leave him. I said, do you think in 2022, you can get into the dating market and you're going to find a new husband, a new provider, you know, being who you are with 3 mouths to feed? I said, sis, I'm not even going to play with you right now. I'm be honest with you, it's probably not happening. I can't see why a man would meet you and be willing to take on 3 children. I said, so I'm gonna be honest with you, sis. You can't afford to leave him. You need to make it work. And she kind of got quiet for a second and sat there. And I'm like, these are the kind of conversations we're scared to have, but they need to be had. And she got quiet for a second, and then she thought about it, and she was like, oh my God, you're right. Yeah, you can't afford to leave. You have too many children, and for you to have 3 children, you would have to be fine, as I'm talking about perfect 10 fine, or have some type of, high social currency. Divine Focus says, once I have kids with you, that's it. I'm not leaving unless the situation is unbearable. Period. I've been said that, baby. No, if I get married and have a baby, that's it. There is no divorce. That's why I've been taking my time on doing it. I would rather never be married than to be divorced. Divorce is my worst nightmare. I never want a divorce. So, you knock me up, you want to be with me? We in this forever. We finna do just like the white folks do and be together till the last child turn 18. Then we can leave each other if we so feel like it. Once you have kids, that's it. That's why I tell you, ladies, look out for the red flags before you get married and have kids. Look out for the problems before you get married and have kids. Think about whatever he's doing that you don't like. Think about, are his actions going to be sustainable forever? Can I deal with his behavior as it is right now forever? Okay. Most of the time it can't. And the things that you're scared to leave him for before the children will be the things you'll have to leave him for after the children. When you're dating, before you're married, before you have kids, that is the time to chuck the deuces up if you want to leave. It's not, marriage is for when you work it out no matter what. Y'all be trying to work it out no matter what with someone you're dating. You don't owe nobody shit when you're dating. If you're dating a person and they're treating you badly and they're doing you wrong, leave. I don't understand this. He's not your husband. He's not the father of your kids. Leave. Why are you there? Then you don't leave, stay around, marry him, have his kids. Then you leave for the same red flags you saw the first 3 months in dating him. Well, y'all not ready for that conversation. Shawty in this video is not entirely wrong. I could tell by the way she's talking, they probably both pay bills. They both financially contribute to the household. She's like, okay, now for the average working American, $500 a month is a significant chunk of the family income leaving the household. That is a significant amount of money. Okay. Now, this is why as women, you need to be able to say, this man has pre-existing children. You need to be asking him, okay, how much you got to pay in child support? How often? You as a woman have to decide, are you going to be willing to marry this man, partner up with this man in a household? And are you going to be able to help make those ends meet with that money that will be leaving the household to go to another woman? It's so many women as we speak who are helping their husbands pay child support, or even worse, helping their boyfriends pay child support. There are so many women right now that can't marry their man because he owes child support. When y'all get ready to buy a house, apply for passports, whatever it may be, the baby daddy's child support will always be a factor. And this is reason 5072 why a baby daddy will always be worse than a baby mama. And this is why men, in order to distract you from that, they project their own insecurities onto you and convince us that the baby mom is the worst thing. When, to be honest, a single parent is the worst thing, period. But if we want to talk about a list of pros and cons economically, the cons for a man with a child are 10 times longer than a woman with a child. And the man's main concern is dick envy, wondering if the baby daddy was better than him and if he'll be able to take her away from him. I don't care if you're insecure and scared if my baby daddy's dick was bigger or better than yours, and that's why you don't want to be with me with the child. I'm worried about is our income having to leave our household because of this child. Fuck how you feel. Read my shirt. It is what it is. Okay, baby mama lurking, baby mama acting a fool. Fuck that. No way. I ain't got time.
That's what y'all agreed on.
Okay,
that's fine. That's fine. Oh, this shit. This shit. You want to get some shoes? You can get some shoes.
So let me go back into what I was going to say. So now as a woman, you got to be able to look at, okay, how much he make, how much you paying in child support. You're going to either have to help him pay it or compensate for that income going out the household. All right. That's tough. Now, as a woman, you're better off saying, you know what, sir, you got this much child support to pay. I'm be honest with you, you can't afford it. I'm be honest with you, sir. I would not, I have no problem telling a man, listen, I would not feel right taking any money from you to contribute to this new household when you have children that existed before me that you need to be doing for. That would have been the proper way for her to handle this. But a lot of women don't think that far ahead. And then you end up here packing his shit because child support already garnished that $500. His paycheck was $1,500. 500 of it was garnished for child support. Now he bringing home $1,000.
Get your ass up out of here. I'm getting your ass up out of here. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting your ass. You want to buy some shoes? You want to buy some shoes? It won't be in here. I'm getting you up out of here.
Now, this is what it really looked like. In an average American household, yes. If you are paying $500 a month, yes. A pair of shoes can make or break the budget for the month. Yes, it can. So are you as a woman going to be okay with doing without so that he can go buy his other children's shoes? And it go back to the sister that left that comment before. The truth is this man need to be single. Period. The truth is if $500 and a pair of shoes puts this much of a rift in your household financially, my brother, you are an example of a man who could not afford to leave the mother of his children. But you still did. Now you in this situation. Thank you for the super chat. Bree said, I hope my ex-husband girlfriend never finds this video. Girl, shut up. I'm weak. That's an insider. Y'all don't know why that's funny. If y'all know the inside scoop with Bree, y'all would know why that's hilarious. Oh my gosh, I'm so weak. Yeah, me personally, I would not feel right. Do y'all know that couple, Amy and Mozzie? They have a YouTube channel, and Amy and Mozzie had went through this real big public breakup because she was like, I don't feel comfortable making this money, living in this big house, and he has other children that his baby mamas are struggling. And she broke up with him because of it. She was like, I feel guilty. She didn't have any kids. And she was like, I feel guilty enjoying this lavished house. I feel guilty enjoying these cars when your baby mama is working 2 jobs to make do. Masculine men do not allow their children to not live the same way they're living. Masculine men should not be sitting there living lavish while your kids are living in a studio apartment in the hood. Yes, that's guilt. A real person should feel guilty about that. When she said that, I said, thank you. We need more women to speak on this. Stop getting with these men that have children. They're already in debt with their other kids. Then you lay up with them, live a lavish lifestyle, and leave their other kids to fend for themselves. It's not right. Okay. And I do know this, Latrice, she says some women are just jealous and all this. I understand that, but the jealousy don't matter. The jealousy doesn't matter. I got a 14-year-old son. I know how much them kids' shoes cost. All right. That boy went and got a pair of LeBrons, and LeBrons was like $190. So you do the math. When they start school, they usually need about 3-4 pairs of shoes, especially boys, especially when they're going into high school. So to be very honest, on just my baby's shoes, you can very easily drop a stack. And that's just the shoes. That's before you've covered underwear, shirts, hoodies, pants. So if you are a man where buying your son a pair of shoes is going to cause a financial rift in your household, you, my friend, could not afford to not be with the mother of your child. Too many men are so quick to knock a woman up that they know damn well they don't want to be with, forgetting, sir, can you afford it? So many men sit and campaign about don't get married, don't get married. A woman can get 10,000 times more money out of you with a baby than alimony. What sense do it make to tell men to go around having sex with as many women as they can, which will eventually lead to a baby, but then tell them don't get married because she'll take all your money? Most alimony is only given until the woman get remarried or for a year or two. Child support is 18 plus years. I think that's a mental illness to willingly give out your seed, but be hesitant to get married. To me, that is a big sign of somebody mentally ill. A woman can always be deeper in your pockets through child support than through marriage. It's a long game with child support. Alimony, you'll divide whatever assets you have at that time. Alimony will only last for a short period of time, and then it's done. Child support, if you make $50,000 a year today, and 10 years from now you make $300,000 a year, guess what? They're increasing the child support. Alimony, you split what you have at that time, you keep it moving. Child support, 10 times worse than alimony. But I don't see no men advocating for men to keep it in their pants. I see men telling men to sleep with as many women as they can, but don't get married. An example of how men also keep each other in bad situations, just like women do. Okay?
Playing, man.
No,
Oh, what's that, man? What she
no, ain't no put no. No, you want to get shoes? You want to get shoes?
Really? Man,
Oh no, we getting your ass up out of here. Yeah, we getting you up out of here. Well, that you won't get no shoes in here. You can get some shoes, but it won't be in here. It won't. Watch. Look here.
You know, and everyone, and again, her delivery is absolutely terrible. I don't recommend any woman talk to their man like this ever. However, you got to understand this. Everybody talking about how she mad because he buying the child some shoes. Because those are money that go in the household that she sleep in. You heard her say, she said, F them kids. She said, F her and F them kids. Well, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's inappropriate. Okay, I'm hoping the kids don't see that. Boy, that ain't it right there. You know what I'm saying? Well, that wasn't nice. You know what I mean? Well, damn. But at the same time, I mean, technically, them ain't your kids. Technically, them is not your children. Technically, you don't owe them children nothing. So I don't really know what to say. Okay? He could buy his kids shoes if he was single. But the caveat is he probably can't afford child support and to live on his own and pay the bills. That's probably why he with this big, wide back wildebeest. Because he probably need a woman to help him bust down bills because he probably cannot afford to pay a household of bills by himself on top of child support, taking the money out. This is a real issue. This is why men got to stop just knocking someone up like it's no big deal. You cannot, sir, have your income going out to that many homes. It's 2022. Every household need every dollar. We ain't got time for our money. I'd be so pissed off if every month I got to sit here. If every month I had to sit here and watch my hard-earned money go out like that, I'd be pissed off too. Let me see if I can show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. I want to see if I can show y'all this without my personal information getting shown on here. Damn, I can't show without my personal information. I was trying to pull up and show y'all the ledger for my child support case. You would crack up laughing. It's like $25. A payment of $40. Oh, that should be so funny. That's why I'm like, man, no one can tell me nothing. I maintain my entire household by myself. I maintain my child by myself. I maintain myself by myself. I know grown men struggling to pay a household of bills and pay some child support. I'm like, shit, I'm doing pretty good. Goddamn. I take care of myself damn good. I ain't hurting for shit. I could pretty much do what I want, go where I want to go. I feel good about myself. It's grown ass, old ass niggas that can't even do that. You go, girl, okay, girl. All right, girl, I'm doing the damn thing. Pat myself on the back. So now she's packing his stuff. And you know what? I think we've seen enough of this. I think we don't really need to see too much more of this. But what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is whenever we try to do things and do it outside of divine order, bad things happen. Okay? This person, I don't know why people do this. Talking about, please get y'all passport, Black men. I fully support Black men finding love in other communities. What does that have to do with this? Because you can't get a passport when you owe child support. So how would getting a passport be a solution in this situation? I'm confused. I don't understand. You can't even get the passport. I don't know if y'all know that, but if a man owes child support, he cannot leave the country. Okay. She says this lady trying to make a man choose between his marriage and child is out of pocket. I mean, you know, the truth is this: a man wife come first. I'm just going to be honest with you. A man wife come first. A man wife is first in his life. You see what I'm saying? So you may look at it as she's wrong. Okay. If she came into it and that man told her, listen, okay, a good 500 of my check every month got to go to child support. The man clearly needed help. She said she agreed to it. Now you don't got your paycheck, $500 gone. $500 gone at the check. Your check was most men are making around $1,500 every 2 weeks. Okay. No, your children don't come first. See, again, this is the niggatry that we're behind in. Your children do not come first when you're married. Thank you, Dainty Ann. There it go. Dainty Ann says, stay single if your child come first. Facts. This is a conversation. We're not ready for these conversations because we are so consumed in our niggatry, and we look at all the other niggers doing nigger shit around us that we forget the way we operate is not normal. Your spouse comes first. Period. I don't know how else to say this. That woman, the only place that she was wrong is in her tone and delivery. However, she was not wrong for being upset that more money than they agreed to was leaving the household. Period. People are struggling out here. The average rent is like 2 bands a month. Okay. This is not true. I said too many parents hurt their children when they put their spouse first. No, they don't. I don't really know what you're talking about. Have you ever been married? Have you ever been in a real relationship? Because no, what hurts the family is when people put their kids first. That hurts the family. Putting your spouse first does not hurt the kids. Putting them first hurts the kids. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. This ain't no. So she sits here, and the only place she's wrong at is her tone and her delivery. She's not wrong in what she's saying. If she married this man married her, and he agreed that this is the amount I'm putting out each month, then it stays there. That's where it stays. She's saying no, because then if he say, I got to take another $200-300 and buy shoes, who has to compensate for this now $800 missing from the budget for bills that month? Probably her. So essentially, he's taking her money to buy another woman's children's shoes. Then I heard her say in the video, this is what else. Then I heard her say in a video that his baby mama is married. So that make it even worse. She said, how come her husband couldn't do it? I said, woo! Y'all not ready for this conversation. Having children instead of having families is hurting everyone. There's not a single person it does not hurt. There is not a single person it does not attack. Ladies, too many women have been made single mothers ahead of you. We are in the age of information. You guys got TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. You can read women's stories, read and see women's testimonies. If you are a woman without children, you have got to respect the fact that most people in jail are in jail because they thought they would get away with what they did. Everybody in jail probably thought they'd get away with it. Almost every woman you see with a child thought she would be with the father. Most women, you have a few scumbags like Mary Lee Nichols, where she had that baby with Tristan for a child support hustle. And she'll deal with that karma on her own when her child grows up and is a raging narcissist and hates her and is a sociopath and probably a serial killer. Okay. She will deal with her own karma when that child grows up. See, a lot of y'all got small children, and y'all think that as y'all children are small, that's the gist of parenting. I'm telling y'all now, as an OG parent with high school age child, parenting does not start until they get to be teenagers. Parenting is actually very easy prior to their teenage years. Shit get real when they turn teenagers. They start to observe things. They start to see things for themselves. They start to have questions, their own personality, their own desires start to develop. Parenting, you just get started as a parent when your kids hit teens. So Mary Lee gonna be good for a while. Her child will be small. They take their nap, they eat, they run around, you change their diaper. She's going to be facing hell When that child get in teenage years and can read the blogs, read the internet, and finds out what went on between their father, and she has the answer to that. That'll be her own karma. She'll have to deal with that on her own. That'll be her business. But those are the type of children that grow up and are menaces to society most of the time. Okay. Whenever you have a child outside of a family, it's an attack on everybody. You make the man have to have his income going to other households, making it very difficult for a man to get ahead financially. You might have other women around your children. She might be jealous of you. Take it out on your children. What it all comes down to is this. Children need both parents. Children need their parents to be intentional about bringing them into the world. Children need their parents to be committed and love each other before they're conceived. Ladies, I don't know how many more women have to have children before y'all will learn this. He's going to view that child through how he views you. There is no direct connection between man and child. Man and child are connected through the mother. You cannot just decide you want to have a baby, especially if you're over 35. Have y'all ever seen many women that between the age of 35 and 40, they have no kids, and then after between usually around 37, 38, they suddenly become a single mom? Because your body is in its latter years of fertility, and you get this instinct that speaks to you and it says, have a baby quick before it's too late. Then they end up at 38 years old being a single mom. No bueno. If you do not have a family, there is no point in having a baby. Let me say that one more time. There's no point in having a baby if you're not going to have a family. Period. Men will always connect and bond with their children through you. So if you don't have a loving, committed relationship with the father, don't bring the kids into the world. Okay? I don't know how many more examples that we're going to need. There's examples happening every day. All I got to do is just pay attention. Okay? You know, y'all get some alpha juice, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, tell your sisters, baby daddy's cousin to like the video, subscribe to the channel, like the more the merrier. I hope that you all learned something in this stream. I think there was a lot of valuable conversations that we had, and I hope that you guys got something from it. If you did, send a Cash App. If you did, send a super chat. If you did, subscribe to the channel. If you did get something from it, share the video. Okay, let me put the Cash App up here for y'all. Okay. Share the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Okay. When a live stream is over, you can leave a comment on the live stream and say, hey, enjoyed this, learned so much, say something like this. But all I ask is that you all, find ways to help contribute to the channel and have reciprocity. If I teach you and you learn this benefited you, do something for me as well. That's all I ask. I love you all. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you all on the next one. Patreoners, I will see you all in a little less than 2 hours for movie night. I'm going to be sending the link in the Patreon at like 7:45. I'm going to send the link around 7:45, and we'll get movie night started at 8 o'clock. I love you all. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Got one more super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, Carly. Oh, she didn't even say anything. She just sent a little piece of love to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all, and I will see you all on the next one.